students, welcome back to our channel. I am Digital Classes. Today we are going to start with a new lesson of class 10th ICSE, that is the structure of chromosome, cell cycle and cell division. Children, this is the first part of this session. Okay, so let's get started. First of all, the topics which are covered in this session are in your screen. First one is the chromosomes. First we will learn about chromosome, कि chromosome दिखते कैसे हैं, उनका structure कैसा है, then location where they are present and the function and also the structure. Then comes the chromatin. Chromatin का हम देखेंगे कहाँ पर present है और chromosome and chromatin में क्या difference है, that also we will see in this particular lecture. Second thing is DNA structure. DNA का एक particular structure होता है, that also we are going to study in this lesson. Then comes the histone protein. Histone protein, again a very new term for you guys, but don't worry, I will explain you point by point everything. Okay, now the structure of chromosomes and then the genes. So let's get started one by one. First of all, what are chromosomes? अभी अगर क्रोमोसोम की हम लोग बात करेंगे तो हमारे पास सेल होता है which you have already studied in your 9th class, and if not, so I have uploaded all the lectures related to cell biology 9th class, so go and watch those lectures if you want more of a clarity. Okay, coming back to the lecture, the cell consists of a membrane that is known as plasma membrane. Now inside the cell there is cytoplasm, which is a fluid like structure, and inside that is a nucleus. So there is a nucleus which is present somewhere in the center, not exactly in the center. So there is the nucleus. अभी nucleus में होता है हमारा genetic material that is known as DNA. So we have our genetic material which is in the form of fibers, and those fibers are known as chromatin fiber. तो आप लिंक बैठाओ थोड़ा कि जो हमारे genes होते हैं that are present in a fiber like structure for right now. So right now my DNA is present in a fiber like structure which I am calling as chromatin fiber. समझ में आ गया? We are calling it chromatin fiber, but it is consisting of the genetic material which is known as DNA. And DNA की full form जो होती है that is deoxyribonucleic acid. क्लियर है यहाँ तक कि हमारे पास क्रोमैटिन फाइबर है. क्रोमैटिन फाइबर कंसिस्ट ऑफ डीएनए लाइक स्ट्रक्चर्स. ठीक है, अभी क्या होता है इफ द सेल वांट्स टू अंडरगो अ सेल डिवीजन. अगर मुझे सेल का हमें पता है, इफ यू हैव एवर स्टडीड अबाउट सेल बायोलॉजी, in that we have known this fact that cell comes from pre-existing cell through mitosis or meiosis via division. So cells undergo division. So if I have to send my cell to undergo cell division, then the chromatin fiber like structure will be a hindrance. Chromatin fiber like structure कैसा होता है? mesh type का, thread like का. उसको distribute करना दो cell में it would be very difficult. तो अब क्या होता है, chromatin fiber एक अच्छा खासा condensed structure बनाते हैं that are known as chromosomes. So now this condensed structure and a proper structure is made of chromatin fiber that is known as the chromosome. तो अभी मेरे पास क्या आ गई, single unit of chromosome मेरे पास आ चुका है. ठीक है, coming back to the slide. Okay, so now nucleus contains most of the cell DNA. जो मैंने आपको बताया कि न्यूक्लियस यहाँ पर जो सेंटर में प्रेजेंट है, इट इज कंसिस्टिंग ऑफ अ मटेरियल दैट इज नोन एज डीएनए मटेरियल, व्हिच इज द जेनेटिक मटेरियल. ओके, द सेकंड पॉइंट, DNA is organized into discrete units called chromosomes. तो क्रोमोसोम का स्ट्रक्चर विच आई हैव ड्रॉन ऑलरेडी, इसके पास क्या होता है? डीएनए होता है. So it consists of the hereditary material that is known as DNA. Clear है यहाँ तक? Okay, the next point, each chromosome contain a long DNA molecule associated with proteins. तो जो histone proteins we will study in further slides, उसमें हम देखेंगे कि डीएनए के साथ डीएनए अकेला नहीं होता है, उसके साथ कुछ कुछ स्ट्रक्चरल प्रोटीन्स भी प्रेजेंट होते हैं. देन क्रोमैटिन फाइबर. नाउ द टॉपिक इज ऑफ क्रोमैटिन फाइबर. आई हैव ऑलरेडी टोल्ड यू कि लोकेशन क्या है क्रोमैटिन फाइबर की. इट इज प्रेजेंट इनसाइड द न्यूक्लियस. When the cell is not undergoing any divisional cycle, then we will see these chromatin fiber clearly. ठीक है, एक बार डिवीजन में चल जाएगा then we can see chromosomes. But in a normal cell situation, resting cell situation में we will find only and only the chromatin fibers. ठीक है, okay. The chromatin fiber are made up of two things. One is DNA, second is protein, which collectively form chromatin fibers. तो इन लोगों ने collectively क्या बना दिया है? Chromatin fiber बना दिया. Okay. Now coming to the next point. When cell is not dividing, chromatin appears as a thin thread like fibers. अगर cell divide नहीं हो रहा है तो chromatin कैसे present होगा? एक thin thread like structures की तरह. But when cell prepares to divide, chromatin condenses and forms visible chromosomes. जब cell जा रहा है cell division के लिए, then it converts from the thread-like meshy structure to a proper structure which is known as chromosome. So this one structure we will call it as chromosome, and this one structure is consisting of the DNA material. I think that this is clear till now. Now definition, if we go with the definition, chromosomes are highly coiled. तो ये जो chromosomes हमें ऐसे सीधा सीधा दिख रहा है, actual में they are very highly coiled structures. So they are present like this coiled. Coiled क्यों है? क्योंकि थे तो thread like structures ही थे पहले starting में, but आगे चलकर when they undergo condensation, then they convert their structure into a thread like, into a proper structure. So they make this one structure happen after coiling and super coiling of the chromatin fiber, which was originally the chromatin fiber. Is it clear till here? Okay. So now highly coiled ribbon-like structures formed by condensation of chromatin fibers during cell division, and now we can only and only find these chromosomes when the cell is undergoing the cell division. Other than that, we will find only the chromatin fibers, and there will be no chromosomes available till there. So I think this one point is clear. Now as you can see that this is a proper structure which is showing some histone particle, and these histone proteins are the proteins which I was talking about. तो अभी होता क्या है? We know that if we are talking about chromatin fiber, then in chromatin fiber what will happen is chromatin fiber consists of two things. One is protein. Protein also is known as histone proteins if we are talking about eukaryotic cells. Eukaryotic cell में जो ये protein होता है, that is histone protein. The second thing is the DNA. The DNA, which means deoxyribonucleic acid. दो चीजें. Now what will happen is that this histone protein is present like an octamer. So histone proteins are present in 8 units. 8 units का एक globular structure which is a 3D model वो बनाते हैं. So if I draw 1, 2, 3, 4, H1 protein, H2 protein, H3 protein, H4 protein, and rest I am drawing इन अ 3D लाइक मॉडल, क्योंकि बाकी जो स्ट्रक्चर है वो क्या है, पीछे की तरफ प्रेजेंट है, तो 3D मॉडल मतलब एक ग्लोब टाइप का है. सो 4 प्रोटीन्स वी कैन सी इन द फ्रंट एंड बाकी की क्या है, पीछे की साइड. ठीक है. नाउ आई विल राइट इट एज H4, H5, H6 and H5 and H7. So how many proteins are there in total? 1, 2, 3, 4, sorry 5, 6, 7 and wait a minute. So 7 and H8. So in total we are getting 8 histone proteins. So can we say that it is making a histone octamer? So now histone protein we are calling it as histone octamer. आ गया समझ में? Octamer का मतलब कि 8 units, and as you can see in the diagram that we have 8 units of histone proteins. तो actual में structure जो histone proteins का होता है वो ऐसा होता है. Now what will happen with the DNA? If I draw this histone protein का globular structure, it will look like somewhat like this, like a globe-like structure. So this is the histone protein. Globe like structure. Now we know that it is having 8 particular units, but वैसे क्या है originally if we see then it looks like a bead like structure. ठीक है, एक beads जैसा. Now DNA will start wrapping around. So now DNA will start wrapping around this particular structure. So what will happen? This is the globe-like structure, which is the histone protein. ये हमारा हो गया histone protein, and the structure which is the thread which is wrapping around the histone protein, that is known as the DNA. So this one is the DNA which is wrapping around it. तो अभी मेरे पास एक ग्लोब जैसा स्ट्रक्चर है, इसके ऊपर अगर मैं एक थ्रेड को लपेट दूं तो उसको हम क्या बोलेंगे कलेक्टिवली? दैट विल बी नोन एज क्रोमैटिन फाइबर. राइट और रॉन्ग? इज इट क्लियर टिल हियर? अभी होता क्या है कि DNA is negatively charged. So DNA molecule is a negatively charged molecule. So it is negatively charged. And if we talk about histone proteins usually are positively charged. So these structures are positively charged. Have you ever heard about that negative will attract positive? तो opposite will attract, ये चीज हम रोज भी यूज करते हैं कि जो opposites हमेशा attract करते हैं. So we know for a fact that opposite charges attract each other. So in this case also, if the DNA is wrapping around a structure, it is because of the charges difference which both of them are having. For example, proteins are having a positive charge, whereas DNA is having a negative charge. Now the question arises is that why is DNA having that negative charge? This is because DNA have phosphate group in its structure. So phosphate group is consisting of a negative charge. And if we talk about proteins, so protein में जो charge होता है that is positive. So it is easier for them to wrap around each other. Now coming back to the structure, if you see the diagram also, this is the DNA molecule. DNA का molecule ऐसे दिखता है, double stranded structure type का. These are the histone proteins. You can see only the 4 of them in this picture, but because it is globular, तो पीछे भी 4 और structure है. That's why it is making an octamer. ठीक है? So this is the histone core particle. These are the DNA which are surrounding. अब DNA और हिस्टोन प्रोटीन जब एक साथ मिल जाते हैं, दैट स्ट्रक्चर इज नोन एज अ न्यूक्लियोसोम. अगेन वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट कि इस स्ट्रक्चर को हमने बोला है कलेक्टिवली इज नोन एज अ न्यूक्लियोसोम. सो आई थिंक दैट दिस वन पॉइंट which we were trying to convey, that chromatin is made up of 2 things. one is chromatin, one is protein and DNA. This is clear till now. Okay. And the reasoning also I have given. Now the discovery of chromosome. कौन थे जिन्होंने chromosome सबसे पहले देखा? So firstly, Walter Fleming in 1882 saw that there is some structure in the cell of salamander larvae. So he examined the cell of salamander larvae and saw some structures which he named as chromosome. He was a German scientist. He studied the chromosome in salamander larvae cells. Now, observe dividing threads. अब उन्होंने क्या करा? Observe करा dividing threads को. Important contribution. He named the process of nuclear division as mitosis. जो ये nuclear division का process था, which is also known as cell division, he named them as mitosis because I have already told that the cell undergoes a cell division, which we call it as mitosis. Then mitosis equals to thread-like division. तो ये जो thread-like division हो रहा था उसको इन्होंने क्या बोला? Mitosis बोला. Now coming further, chromatin is made up of DNA which is 40% deoxyribonucleic acid and histone protein कितना present होता है? 60 present. Special proteins, these proteins which are histone protein, these are the special proteins. Function क्या है? Help in chromosome formation. अब ये जो collectively help करेगा chromosome formation की. एक और चीज में हेल्प करता है. We know that I have already told you that this is the plasma membrane. ये हमारे पास plasma membrane है. We were having a nucleus also somewhere in the center. ये क्या है हमारे पास? It is the nucleus. Nucleus का size जो होता है, it is approximately 6 micrometer, which is very very small. So if imagine करो DNA का जो मेरे पास chromatin fiber है, it is almost 1 meter. 1 मीटर लंबा क्रोमोसोम है. कैसे इतने छोटे से स्ट्रक्चर में फिट इन करेगा वो? दिमाग लगाओ. It won't be able to. So that's why our chromatin fibers have developed a structure like a bead-like structure. Chromatin fiber ऐसे wrapped around होते हैं. तो अगर हम देखें तो हमें दिखने में कैसा लगता है? If I rub this, now I will show you that this is the DNA which is known as chromatin fiber. ये जो मैंने न्यूक्लियोसोम बनाया वो ऐसे बीड लाइक स्ट्रक्चर से, माला में मोती होते हैं ना, बीड लाइक स्ट्रक्चर, इट विल अपेयर लाइक अ बीड लाइक स्ट्रक्चर. ठीक है. अभी होता क्या, जैसे कि आप पतंग उड़ाते हो, पतंग में जो रील होती है उसमें यू जस्ट रैप अराउंड योर थ्रेड ओवर दैट रील. तो अगर ये मेरी रील है, इसमें मैंने रैप कर दिया, तो वो जो इतनी बड़ी थ्रेड थी अब उसका क्या हो गया? हमने स्पेशियस उसका कम कर दिया, स्पेस कम में हमने पूरा का पूरा रील में लपेट लिया. थिंक ऑफ इट इज इन द सेम वे. नाउ द बीड्स, these are the beads and DNA has gone wrapped around the beads so as to fit in this small space. तो अब ये जो small space है उसमें आराम से मेरा DNA मटेरियल आ जाएगा, है कि नहीं? तो small space में fit in होने के लिए my chromatin fiber has wrapped around a protein particle, as you can see in the diagram also. ठीक है. ओके, सो नाउ वी नो दैट 40% डीएनए प्रेजेंट होता है, 60% क्या है हमारे पास? प्रोटीन प्रेजेंट है. नाउ मूविंग फर्दर टू द नेक्स्ट स्लाइड. ओके, सो नाउ मॉलिक्यूलर स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ डीएनए. आप बिल्कुल मॉलिक्यूलर स्ट्रक्चर हम पढ़ेंगे डीएनए का, सो फॉरगेट अबाउट दिस नाउ. ये वाला टॉपिक खत्म हो गया हमारा. क्रोमैटिन फाइबर, how the chromatin fiber is arranged inside the nucleus. This one topic is cleared now till now. Now coming towards the DNA का एक particular structure होता है. ठीक है. So discovery of DNA किसने करी थी? Rosalind Franklin studied DNA shape. तो उन्होंने क्या पढ़ा था? DNA का shape पढ़ा था. Watson and Crick proposed double helix model. जो ये हमारा double helix model होता है, it is kind of एक ये helix और एक ये helix. Collectively we call it as a double helix structure. So now this structure will be known as the double helix structure. ठीक है, तो ये जो डबल हेलिक्स स्ट्रक्चर था, हु गेव दिस? वॉटसन एंड क्रिक, and they got the Nobel Prize also for this in 1962. DNA is a macromolecule. Macromolecule मतलब जिसकी डेंसिटी ज्यादा होती है, जो ज्यादा, एक होते हैं माइक्रोमोलिक्यूल, एक होते हैं मैक्रोमोलिक्यूल. So this comes under the category of macromolecule. Again very important point. डबल स्टैंडर्ड है, हेलिकल इन स्ट्रक्चर. हेलिकल मतलब कि ऐसे घूमा हुआ स्ट्रक्चर है, लाइक अ स्टेयरकेस. स्टेयरकेस अगर तुम ऐसे देखो घूमी हुई होती है कुछ कुछ स्टेयरकेस, सो यू कैन इमेजिन दैट कि दैट इज अ हेलिकल स्ट्रक्चर. नाउ डीएनए इज डबल हेलिक्स. हेलिकल स्ट्रक्चर सिर्फ एक हेलिकल नहीं है, हमारे पास दो हेलिकल स्ट्रक्चर हमारे पास यहाँ पर प्रेजेंट होते हैं. ओके, so now as you can see the helical structure in much more detail कि helical structure में हमारे पास कुछ तो basis pairs है जो pair up हो रहे. First of all पहले हम लोग देख लेते हैं कि यूनिट ऑफ डीएनए, अगर मैं एक यूनिट निकाल के देखूं, मेरे पास यूनिट डीएनए तो मेरे पास बहुत बड़ा है, पर अगर मैं उसकी सिंगल यूनिट निकाल के देखूं एंड आई एग्जामिन इट कि वो कैसी दिखती है, उसमें क्या क्या चीजें हैं, तो हाउ इट विल अपेयर आई विल शो यू. सो नाउ इफ आई एम drawing unit of DNA. First of all, in unit of DNA में we have a sugar which is known as, this sugar is known as the pentose sugar because it is having 5 carbon. So now this sugar is known as first structure which is pentose sugar. What else is present in this? There are some nitrogenous bases. Now this side there will be present a nitrogenous base. In the opposite hand side it will be present a phosphate group. There is a phosphate group which is present in the another side. अगर हम 5 कार्बन्स को काउंट करने की कोशिश करें तो ये हो गया 1 2 3 4 एंड एक आर्म होता है दैट इज 5. अब आप बोलोगे यहाँ क्या प्रेजेंट है? टॉप में देयर इज प्रेजेंट एन O ग्रुप, ऐसे करके. सो नाउ यू कैन काउंट इट 1 2 3 4 एंड 5. 5 में क्या है? हमारा फॉस्फेट ग्रुप अटैच है. सो नाउ इन द थर्ड पार्ट यहाँ पर नीचे कुछ प्रेजेंट होता है दैट इज नोन एज OH which is not in your syllabus. So you have to remember firstly we have pentose sugar. If we talk about second thing we have our nitrogenous base. थर्ड थिंग क्या है? फॉस्फेट ग्रुप प्रेजेंट है. नाउ थर्ड थिंग इज द फॉस्फेट ग्रुप. समझ में आ गया? तो अगर मैं डीएनए में से एक यूनिट देख रही हूं डीएनए की, तो इट इज कंसिस्टिंग ऑफ दीज 3 थिंग्स, और ये तीनों चीजों को मिलाकर दैट इज पेंटोज शुगर, नाइट्रोजनस बेस एंड फॉस्फेट ग्रुप, आई एम गेटिंग माय nucleotide. So a particular unit of DNA is actually known as nucleotide. Wow, nucleotide. This is so super amazing. Now we know that DNA actually जो हम thread like structure देखते हैं उसकी एक यूनिट अगर निकाल के देखें तो उसका composition क्या है? It is having a pentose sugar, it is having a nitrogenous base and a phosphate group attached to it, and collectively it is known as nucleotide. So we can say that a particular unit of DNA we can call it as a nucleotide. Yes or no? This is known as a nucleotide. Very easy peasy, आराम से समझ में आ गया होगा ये टॉपिक. ठीक है. Now if we talk further about the nitrogenous bases, so now we know these things that it is having nucleotide which has a phosphate group, pentose sugar and a nitrogenous base. And if we talk about nitrogenous base, so we have 4 kind of nitrogenous base in total. So first of all purines की कैटेगरी में आते हैं adenine, guanine एंड pyrimidine की कैटेगरी में आते हैं थाइमीन, साइटोसिन एंड यूरासिल. यूरासिल इज ओनली प्रेजेंट इन आरएनए. यूरासिल किसको रिप्लेस करता है? थाइमीन को रिप्लेस करता है. सो इन केस ऑफ आरएनए, इंस्टेड ऑफ थाइमीन विच इज टी, वी हैव यूरासिल ग्रुप. बहुत इजी है. अगर मैं पूछूं आपसे डीएनए और आरएनए में फर्क क्या है, सो यू कैन टेल मी दैट मैम, if we have 4 nitrogenous bases, one of them is uracil in the place of thymine. तो थाइमीन की जगह मेरे पास क्या आ जाएगा? यूरासिल आ जाएगा. बहुत ही सिंपल है, इसमें कुछ ज्यादा लगाने की जरूरत नहीं है तुम्हें दिमाग. ओके, नाउ वी नो दैट नाइट्रोजिनस बेस कुड बी ऑफ 4 काइंड. सो आई कैन राइट इट एज, मेरे पास या तो एडेनाइन होगा ए, या तो मेरे पास होगा थाइमीन टी, या तो मेरे पास होगा साइटोसिन सी, या तो मेरे पास होगा guanine which is G. So I have 4 nitrogenous bases. So I can write it as guanine, adenine. Guanine and adenine are purines. So we have to remember that these are come under the category of purines, whereas thymine and the next last group, which is the cytosine, thymine and cytosine plus uracil in case of RNA only. So uracil, I am writing it with a different color. So uracil comes under the category of pyrimidines. So these are coming under the category of pyrimidines. अगर हम इसका शॉर्टकट में देखें, शॉर्टकट में हम कैसे लिखते हैं? ग्वानिन को G लिखते हैं, एडेनाइन को A लिखते हैं, एंड थाइमीन एंड साइटोसिन को T, C एंड यूरासिल को U लिखते हैं. ठीक है. इफ यू टॉक अबाउट द बॉन्ड फॉर्मेशन बिटवीन दीज बेस पेयर्स, सो हम इनको बोलते हैं बेसिस, नाइट्रोजिनस बेसिस. और अगर हम बेस पेयर की बात करें तो हम देखते हैं कि कौन सा मॉलिक्यूल, कौन सा न्यूक्लियोटाइड किसके साथ बेस पेयर बनाएगा. सो if I talk about adenine and thymine, they make bond together with a double bond. तो हमेशा base pairing, when we will study base pairing कि कौन किसके साथ पेयर बना रहा है, then we'll know that A bond with T with 2 hydrogen bonds. So it makes 2 hydrogen bonds. Sorry, 2 hydrogen bonds. And if my G is pairing with C, it is making 3 hydrogen bonds. So now it is making 3 hydrogen bonds. Now from this thing, it is clear that A will every time pair with T. That means adenine will always pair with thymine, and guanine will always pair with cytosine, and both the difference between them is that one is pairing with only 2 double bond, which is the hydrogen bonds, and the next one is pairing with a 3 double bond. Okay. Now if we talk about the third category, which is RNA, in case of RNA, this T is going to be replaced with A, uracil, U. तो यहाँ पर क्या आ जाएगा? T की जगह U आ जाएगा if we are talking about RNA. So अगर एग्जाम में you get this question that what is the basic difference between DNA and RNA, you will write this point that DNA doesn't have this uracil group, whereas RNA has this uracil group. So I think now base pairing is also clear to you all. As you can see in this also, A is making bond with T, whereas G is making bond with C, and both are present in a double helical structure. So I think this one is also clear to you all. Now moving further, again base pair का जो rule होता है, A will bond with T with double bond and G will bond with C with triple bond. A T में होता है 2 hydrogen bond and G C में होता है 3 hydrogen bond. We have already talked about this. Now coming to the structural organization of nucleotides. हम बोल रहे हैं बार बार डबल हेलिक्स है. What does this double helix structure actually means? I will tell you. Now what will happen? मेरे पास एक न्यूक्लियोटाइड यूनिट है. Suppose this one. this is a single nucleotide unit, and suppose it is having an adenine group and this one side is having a phosphate group. Now the second nucleotide unit would come straight over here. So now it is having a phosphate group and let's take it is having a guanine group. अब दूसरा वाला जो स्ट्रक्चर होगा, आई विल मेक इट एज अपराइट स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ अ न्यूक्लियोटाइड. पहले हम नॉर्मल स्ट्रक्चर बनाए थे, नाउ आई विल मेक इट लाइक दिस. उल्टा कर दिया मैंने. नाउ हेयर इट इज प्रेजेंट टी, देयर इट इज प्रेजेंट फॉस्फेट ग्रुप. Again, if I make another structure, another nucleotide, so it will be having G के साथ C will bond, and this will be having a phosphate group. Now what will happen? This phosphate group will bond. Let me take white color. This phosphate group will bond with this OH group. In this case also, this phosphate group will bond with the OH group. As we know that phosphate was present in number 1 carbon and this group is present in number 5 and this group is present in number 3. In this case, this phosphate is present in number 5 and this is present in number 3 and this also is present in number 3. Third carbon. ठीक है, तो स्ट्रक्चर कुछ ऐसा दिखेगा. दो मेरे पास स्ट्रैंड है because I know that DNA has 2 strands. So now I know that the structure is like this, somewhat like this. अगर हम अब यहाँ पर बेस पेयरिंग देख ले तो बेस पेयरिंग किसके साथ होगी? It is obvious that A will make a double bond with T, double hydrogen bond, whereas G will make a triple hydrogen bond. तो अगर वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट डबल हेलिकल स्ट्रक्चर, सो एक्चुअल में इफ वी टेक ओनली द यूनिट्स दैट आर न्यूक्लियोटाइड यूनिट and then study the structure will look like somewhat like this. We can see that one thing is going up in the upward direction, ऐसे करके. The other structure is going towards the downward direction. Can we call it as anti-parallel? These are not parallel to each other, these are anti-parallel. एक ऊपर की तरफ जा रहा है तो एक नीचे की तरफ जा रहा है. So we can say that DNA is actually anti-parallel structure. Right or wrong? So now we exactly know that DNA कैसे अपने आप को organize करता है into this helical structure. इसमें तो मैंने सीधा सीधा बता दिया, but actual में क्या होता है, ये tilted होता है structure. This will tilt around and make a helical structure, गोल गोल. ठीक है, जैसे जलेबी होती है ना गोल गोल, वैसे ही गोल गोल structure बनाएगा. You can see proper structure also. घबराना मत ये चीज देखकर, it is not in your syllabus. But this is nothing but an adenine group. Let me take a black color. So this is the adenine group. This is the thymine group. They are making 2 hydrogen bond. In this case, this is cytosine group and this is the guanine group, and they are making triple bond. एक जो चीज जा रही है that is upright, मतलब ऊपर की तरफ जा रही है, this one, and this one is coming towards the downward. So we are calling it as an anti-parallel structure. और अगर हम इसको अच्छे से देखें तो it will look like this. Now these are the base pair. A will pair with T, C will pair with G. Nucleotide are present. Nucleotides present होते हैं sugar plus phosphate plus base group, which we have studied the unit of DNA nucleotide. Then the sugar phosphate backbone, एक backbone होती है that is known as sugar phosphate backbone. Okay, I think this much is clear to you all. Now coming further, histone proteins क्या होता है? I have already explained you many times. Now I think you must be knowing what is histone protein very properly. But then also let's summarize the theory. Histone helps in coiling of DNA, packaging of DNA. DNA binds around histone, 8 histone proteins and make a nucleosome, which we have already studied. Now, one human chromosome may contain about 1 million nucleosomes. तो एक human में कितने हो सकते हैं? एक सेल में that is present 1 million nucleosomes. Okay. Now, as I said that these chromatin fibers coil supercoil and make a condensed form of structure which is known as chromosome. So these are the steps. पहले हमारे पर DNA present है. Now DNA has wrapped around the nucleosome. Then again further और ज़्यादा layers मिलती रहेंगी. They will aggregate together. They will accumulate together and at last they will make a proper structure which is known as the chromosome. Now this one, the last structure they have made is the chromosome structure. So you can see in the diagram also properly. Now coming towards the chromosome. Chromosome have two arms which are known as sister chromatid. अगर हम single arm की बात करें, only the single arm, I will call it as chromatid. But because we have there is a centromere present in the center of the chromosome, and both the arms are originating from the centromere only. That is why I am calling them as sister chromatid. अगर single hand है, single arm है, then I will call it as only chromatid. But अगर one more hand is originating from the same centromere, then I will call this chromosome as sister chromatids. Clear है? So we have a centromere and we have a chromatid which is known as sister chromatid if it is present in pairs. A chromosome consists of two sister chromatids joined at centromere constriction point where chromatids are attached. तो ये कंस्ट्रक्शन पॉइंट है जहां से हमारी दोनों क्रोमैटिड के आर्म्स क्या है, अटैच्ड है. ओके, नाउ मूविंग फर्दर. अटैच फंक्शंस ऑफ सेंट्रोमियर. सेंट्रोमियर के क्या क्या फंक्शन है? फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल अटैचेस क्रोमोसोम टू स्पिंडल फाइबर. नाउ व्हाट इज स्पिंडल फाइबर? एट द टाइम ऑफ सेल डिवीजन होता क्या है? इफ माय सेल, सपोज दिस स्क्वायर इज अ सेल, सो आई एम राइटिंग इट एज अ सेल. देयर आर सम स्ट्रक्चर्स which we are not going to go in the detail of these structures. These are actually known as centrioles. So these structures are present like this and the ester rays, whatever it is. Now there are some spindle fiber originating from these structures. ये spindle fiber कहाँ जाके attach होंगे? The centromere. सेल डिवीजन के टाइम में अगर स्पिंडल फाइबर को पता ही नहीं होगा हमें कहां पर अटैच होना है, तो वो कहां अटैच होंगे? कहीं भी अटैच हो जाएंगे. एंड द नंबर ऑफ क्रोमोसोम व्हिच हैज टू बी डिवाइडेड इक्वली इन द both of the cells will not be able to divide equally in both the cells. Why? क्योंकि अगर सेंटर से ही अटैच नहीं होगा स्पिंडल फाइबर, और स्पिंडल फाइबर इसको दो जगह से ऐसे खींच रहा है ताकि एक क्रोमोसोम मेरा एक सेल में जाए, दूसरा क्रोमोसोम मेरा दूसरे सेल में जाए. If this case is not being, this is not a scenario, अगर स्पिंडल फाइबर कहीं और से अटैच हो जाएगा, I will not get a equal number of chromosome in both the cells, daughter cell. It is making sense? Yes, it is making sense. So what will happen? This is the chromosome and the spindle fiber are attaching from the center. तो chromosome मेरे पास कैसे पेयर में present है? If I draw one more chromosome over here, these are present in पेयर स्ट्रक्चर, और ये स्पिंडल फाइबर क्या हो रहे हैं? इससे अटैच हो रहे हैं. सो द मेन फंक्शन व्हाई द सेंट्रोमियर इज इंपॉर्टेंट, दिस इज बिकॉज ऑफ द सेल डिवीजन के टाइम में द स्पिंडल फाइबर कैन अटैच फ्रॉम इट. सेकेंड चीज, helps in separation of sister chromatids during anaphase. Anaphase क्या होता है? We will study in the further lectures. इसी चैप्टर में है जब we will study about cell division, then this topic will come of anaphase, particularly in mitosis. ठीक है, but फिलहाल के लिए you have to remember that anaphase में कुछ तो होता है कि क्रोमैटिन दो different पोल में खिसकने लग जाते हैं. At that time we need to have this centromere so that the spindle fiber can attach to it. So I think this one topic is also completed and you have the clarity of this topic also. Now the last topic is genes. Genes are specific sequence of nucleotides present on chromosome. अब nucleotides हमें पता है कितने टाइप के होते हैं? Adenine, base pair, thymine, G and C, guanine. तो ये क्या sequence of nucleotides है? अगर मैं बोल रही हूँ सपोज मुझे कोई प्रोटीन बनाना है, उसका सीक्वेंस क्या है? A, G, G, C, T, उसका ये सीक्वेंस है. ठीक है, तो मेरे डीएनए में ये सीक्वेंस अगर प्रेजेंट है, आई विल कॉल इट एज जीन विच विल मेक अ पर्टिकुलर प्रोटीन. तो यहां से कोडिंग डिकोडिंग होकर मेरे को क्या मिलेगा? प्रोटीन मिलेगा. So these are the particular sequence present in the DNA which are responsible for the characteristics. ठीक है. Now carry hereditary information. तो हमें पता है कि जो क्रोमोसोम्स होते हैं दे आर पास्ड ऑन फ्रॉम द पेरेंट्स टू द ऑफस्प्रिंग. तो ये क्या करते हैं, हेरिडिटरी मटेरियल कंसिस्ट करते हैं. फंक्शन है डिटरमाइंस द ट्रेट्स कि इंसान कैसा दिखेगा, क्योंकि हम बहुत ज्यादा एसिमुलेट करते हैं अपने पेरेंट्स से, वेदर इट इज हाइट, कलर, आईज कलर, हेयर, हमारा जो बॉडी शेप है बहुत ज्यादा एसिमुलेट करता है. सो दैट इज दे डिटरमाइन द ट्रेट्स, ट्रांसफर कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स फ्रॉम पेरेंट्स टू ऑफस्प्रिंग. तो जीन्स के थ्रू पेरेंट्स के जो कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स है दे विल ट्रांसफर टू द ऑफस्प्रिंग. ठीक है. सो दिस was it. Now you can solve some questions related to this slide only. If you have heard all the whole lecture clearly, you will be able to solve each and every question. So you can take the screenshot of questions and try to solve these questions. First is define chromosome, which I have already told you. What is chromatin? Name components of nucleotides. Define gene. Gene क्या होता है? Specific sequence of DNA. Functions of centromere. Spindle fiber से attach होता है वो. Helps in cell division. So these are the functions of centromere. Now why are new cells needed, and differentiate between DNA and RNA. So these are the questions. You can try to solve them. Okay, so with this we have come to the end of this session. I hope that you enjoyed this session. So please like, share and subscribe to our channel. We are putting on so much efforts and we are working really hard to seek your attention, obviously. And if this lecture makes any sense, please comment in the comment section. That if there is any question, then also you can comment. And please don't forget to press the bell icon so that you never miss any notification. Thank you and have a nice day.